from the Walton Insurance Group, Ric Walton. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Bart. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Anything new?
I'm just tired.
Well, there is something new. You have a new hip.
I have a new hip. I do have a new hip.
How'd it go?
Actually, I think it's great. Absolutely, I think it's absolutely great. It's been 9 days, and I'm walking without any aid. Even though they tell me when you go out into public, they want you to do that because one thing you don't want to do is fall down.
Right.
You don't want to make a big twist like that, sharp twist on that. So yeah. Actually, I did my first day of therapy away from the home. Got a couple of days in the home, and it's just your body. It's just interesting. I mean, I'm tired right now. It's like here it is, 2:40, and your body's just saying, "Hey, we've had enough." You
Right.
took us out, you put us through the routine, big rehab, and now you're out and about and you're doing whatever, and it just says you got to lay down and rest and let us heal a little more. So during that time period. So yeah, it's all it's all good though. I mean, thank God what these doctors can do, Bart, is absolutely amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's just you do it, and one day you're up and you're walking, and you're on the road to recovery. So I'm going to continue to do my things and do my rehab and do my stretching and all that stuff. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. You give me one more week, Bart, and I think I'll walk in here with hardly any issue.
And you had like constant pain before the
Well,
surgery.
I did towards the end, because I didn't realize, how bad my hip had become because I fractured it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize I might have had a hairline fracture, but then what happened to it is it must have come apart more, something like that. So yeah, I had a hard time walking. I'd say a few days before that, I played golf, like I said, a day before there, and you're holding on to the cart and you're swinging funny and doing all the other things and whatever. But I can't wait to get back. So I'm going to be able to do pretty much anything I want to do.
Did you say, am I going to be a scratch golfer after this?
I'll probably hit the ball at least 350 yards, and all that. I think it was guaranteed part of the operation.
Did they tell you not to cross your legs?
No.
No?
No, they did tell you that, Bart?
Yes.
And they did cut you. See, I can cross my legs. See, look at this right here. Look at that right there, buddy. I tell you, I can cross those legs. I can do that. And that was one point because it said in the brochure, don't cross your legs. And I said, so I can't. He said, no, you can, because they cut no tendons.
Huh.
The key to that, and if I think is a quicker recovery. The problem is in these operations, if you're going to cut muscle and tendons, whatever, that's probably the biggest part of repair.
Could you hear the saw when they fired it up?
Yeah, when they couldn't get it started at first. I haven't looked at one yet. I know you really don't want to either, but I really would like to see an operation. I mean, just on not live or anything, but honest to God, people, all these orthopods, I don't care who it is out there, they are unbelievably talented people. Mm-hmm. And you think about if they're cutting you, and I know your incision's about that long, I think mine's a little bit smaller than that, and to think they're getting in there, cutting that thing off with a saw, a regular old saw on that, and then they're getting that thing out of there, and then they're chiseling or something and doing this stuff, putting a hip back in there, and then you got I guess they glue some of it, but then they bolt it in there, however they bolt it in. And they're all doing it, they're only getting in like that. I said, how can you do that? How can you do that? I mean, thank you, God, for the talent of these orthopedic surgeons we have and the nurses that support them and everybody else out there. But I just can't, I don't know how I could ever do what they do and do it well.
No, me either.
I don't really believe that for a
My
second.
handshake.
Yeah, well, not even that. I just kind of all thumbs sometimes. Oops. Or so.
Well, now you'll be able to go breeze through security because you'll set off the alarms and all you say is, I have an artificial lip. And they go, okay, go right through.
Well, yeah. Did you get something for that, Bart, that says no?
A card?
Yeah.
No, you just, they take your word for it.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they take their word for it.
Well, who's going to make it up? Hey, I've got an artificial hip.
Yeah.
Put
Well,
me
somebody
through
wants a bomb guy, whatever. What the heck, but...
It shows up on the scan. They have you go through the thing. And now, I was going to ask you, you also go to Southern Florida from time to time, and where you go, it got the brunt of the... Have you heard any reports?
I have. I've talked to people. I know people down there. Mm-hmm. And I talked to one of my buddies who's originally lived in Jackson for 30 years, and now lives in Florida and or still lives in the Detroit area, but is down in Florida too. He has a home in downtown Naples.
But it used to be on the beach.
No, wasn't on the beach, but he hasn't been there. He's up here right now, and he thinks he's got 4 feet of water in the home.
In the home.
Right. Because what happens is that surge. So here's what I really think about this, and being in the insurance business and everything else, because it's difficult to get insurance, wind insurance in Florida. What happens is the surge comes in. I mean, it doesn't come where we go is 10, 15 miles away from the beach. Mm-hmm. That water doesn't come that far. You get a lot of rain. I mean, I guess just unbelievable amounts of rain. But what happens is that water comes in. Can you imagine being 8 feet, 6 feet, 4 feet, I don't care, 12 feet high, water that just continues to come? I mean, you would drown in it, number one, I think, if you're out there. Yeah. And then number two, it's going to go into your house. I think there's more destruction from water than there is wind. And the reason also is in Florida, I can't tell you when, it's 2000 or somewhere in that range, I think they said, if you build buildings, you will do the following. And I really believe most of those houses that are there, that are newer ones, are basically cement block bunkers in effect. Mm-hmm. I mean, they look really nice, do all this stuff. You're not going to blow them down. Now, you may lose some roof, you may do that and everything else. And you're not going to get it probably, being especially away from the ocean, as such, the Gulf in that case.
So you're far enough from the ocean to miss the...
the water? Yeah, no question.
That's good.
It wouldn't get within...
Well, downtown Naples, it's not too far from the ocean, or from the Gulf. So
that's probably half mile, maybe a quarter mile, maybe a quarter mile. Depends on where you start it and stop it. And they got a whole bunch of it. And that's what I really want to know. In fact, I got a guy that's giving me my reports down there, and he took a video, and he shows, this showed a couple of trees down, but basically, some limbs and things like that. And this was 10 miles away from the beach.
Oh, that's good.
So I mean, it's I don't worry about that as much anymore. But I tell you right now, if you had a stick house, or you some house that's not very well built, it's old, there are going to be issues. There are going to be issues down there, and it's going to happen, and it's going to be devastating.
Well, you're going to get back. You can get back to resting because that's the doctor's orders. But thanks for taking time to come in and be with us today.
Wanted to see you guys, and thank you.
Back, good as new, better than new actually, with new parts. Ric Walton. Well, that's it for today. Thanks to everybody for